about grains, what's the first word that pops into your head? For most of us, it's probably carbs, right? But what if I told you that some of the most common grains hiding in your pantry are actually amazing sources of protein? Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, we're going to challenge that whole idea today. We're going to explore 8 powerhouse grains that can seriously boost your protein intake and maybe even change the way you look at your next meal. But first, why do we even care so much about protein in our grains? Well, protein is definitely not just for bodybuilders. It's an absolutely essential macronutrient. It's the building block for our bones and muscles, it helps maintain fluid balance, and it keeps our metabolism humming along. So yeah, getting enough is crucial for everybody. So with that in mind, let's get to the main event. Let's meet our top contenders. We're counting down 8 grains that are absolutely packed with protein, and we're starting with a breakfast classic. Kicking off our list are oats, and look at that, they're boasting an impressive 10.5 grams of protein. Now, take note, that's per dry cup. We measure oats dry because that's how you'd normally portion them out for porridge. For most of the other grains on our list, we'll be looking at their cooked volume. So this isn't just your average breakfast, it's a real nutritional powerhouse. Now, beyond just the protein, what's really cool here is the fiber. Over 8 grams. Oats have this special kind of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which has been shown to help lower cholesterol. That makes it great for your heart and your gut. You can try blending them into smoothies or making some no-bake energy balls for a super easy protein-packed snack. Next on the list is kamut, with a solid 10 grams of protein per cooked cup. Ever heard of this one? It's an ancient grain that is making a serious comeback. Kamut is actually the trademarked name for Khorasan wheat, and since it's an ancient grain, it's remained largely unchanged by modern breeding, which often means it holds on to more of its nutrients. It has this wonderful, dense texture that holds its shape incredibly well, making it just perfect for adding a hearty, protein-rich punch to soups and stews. Also clocking in with 10 grams of protein per cooked cup is teff. This tiny, tiny grain packs a massive nutritional punch. Teff is naturally rich in fiber, calcium, and iron. Plus, it has a low glycemic index, which means it's way less likely to spike your blood sugar. And hey, if you're feeling a little adventurous, you should totally try using it to make injera, the famous spongy Ethiopian flatbread. Let's just pause for a second and look at that. Our top 3 grains are all hitting that 10-gram mark or even more. I mean, these are serious contenders for boosting your daily protein without you having to rely only on meat or dairy. Okay, before we move on, we need to quickly define a key term for our next couple of entries, pseudograin. As you can see, these are technically seeds, but we cook and eat them just like grains. Our next one on the list is a perfect example of this. So our first pseudograin is amaranth, and it delivers 9 grams of protein per cooked cup. It's another ancient staple that's also naturally gluten-free. Amaranth has a pretty unique consistency. When you cook it, it becomes soft and almost puree-like. This makes it a fantastic substitute for oatmeal in the morning, or you could even use it like polenta as a creamy base for a savory dish. Next up is a pseudograin I'm sure you know, quinoa. It provides 8 grams of protein per cooked cup and is just incredibly versatile. Quinoa has this mild, nutty flavor that works in just about anything. It's the perfect base for a vibrant grain bowl, or you can sprinkle it into salads for that extra boost of protein and fiber. A true kitchen staple for sure. Sharing the 8-gram spot with quinoa is farro, also with 8 grams of protein per cooked cup. This is another one of those hearty, ancient wheat derivatives. What really sets farro apart is its satisfyingly chewy texture. Because it's so dense, it doesn't get all mushy in soups or stews. A great tip is to mix it with caramelized onions and toasted walnuts. It makes for an incredible side dish. Let's talk about wild rice. Now, it might look like rice, but it's actually a type of grass, and it offers a really respectable 6.5 grams of protein per cooked cup. Wild rice isn't just a source of protein, it's also packed with B vitamins, iron, and magnesium. It's also a bit lower in carbohydrates than traditional brown rice. Tossing it with some toasted pine nuts and raisins makes for a really elegant and simple side. And rounding out our list is sorghum. Now, pay attention to the measurement here. It provides 4 grams of protein per 1/4 cup raw. This naturally gluten-free grain has some really unique uses. And here's the fun part. You can actually pop sorghum grains just like popcorn for a miniature, crunchy snack. Its flour is also fantastic for gluten-free baking, which makes it incredibly versatile. Okay, so we've met the grains, but how does this all fit into your personal health goals? I mean, how much protein should you actually be aiming for each day? This is a really important distinction. The official recommended dietary allowance, or RDA, is about 0.36 grams per pound of body weight. But listen closely. That's the absolute minimum just to prevent a deficiency. For optimal health, for muscle growth, or for other goals, your ideal intake is likely much, much higher and depends on things like your age and how active you are. So there you have it. From oats and kamut all the way to wild rice and sorghum, 8 fantastic, protein-rich options to add more nutritional power to your plate. The only question left is, which one are you going to try first?